So we're back here on the Duncan Duo Show talking Tampa Bay real estate as well as Tampa Bay insurance with Angela Duncan of the Duncan Duo, also owner at We Insure Tampa Bay. And so Angela, we've talked on the show in the past about this, but I think it's a good topic to keep bringing up because there's a lot of misinformation about it. In fact, a really good point of misinformation is something we talked about in our last segment, where you will have customers or real estate agents say that a house is not insurable. And in my experience, that usually happens from someone at a specific company that will not insure a house. So whether you're in safe hands or whether the companies are all out there. Everyone knows the companies, and they sell and write their own insurance policies, and those are the policies that they write. So their focus is simply on the policies they write. But there are hundreds of carriers out there that will take policies like that. So a house. When you hear a house is uninsurable, it's uninsurable maybe from that carrier, but that doesn't mean it's uninsurable in the marketplace. And so there's a big difference between what some of those carriers can do versus an insurance agent or brokerage like you that can shop around to a lot of different carriers.
Right. So I always tell the clients that if you see the insurance company and they are on TV, most likely they are only selling their own product, or if they have their own product, maybe a couple of other carriers they are allowed to sell to the client. Which is much different than what we do at We Insure. We are an insurance broker, so that means I go out and I shop around to all of the different major carriers in our area, look for the A-rated companies. That way we can present to the client and let them choose which carrier they want to go. They have the opportunity to do a Google search and see what kind of reviews those clients or those carriers have. And then that way it's kind of more in the client's hands, and we represent the client, not that specific carrier. When it works that way, and it really allows us to give much better rates to the clients than some of those that you see on TV. And so when clients do call and they use the word bundle or something similar to that, I just let them know that think of me as your bundle. You're going to come to me when you have questions on insurance, whether it's your home or your auto. Kind of think of me as the person that's bundling your policies, but I'm helping you to find better coverage, better rates without going to those national carriers that are so limited on which carriers that they can sell, which ultimately for the client ends up costing them more money.
Yeah, WeInsureTheBay.com is the website to reach Angela for homeowners as well as auto insurance and business insurance needs. Again, that is WeInsureTheBay.com. But it's an important point because it happens all the time where consumers will go to one of those other agencies that aren't a brokerage set up. They're only selling and writing their own policies, and they're limited. They're limited for a reason. Sometimes they're raising rates, sometimes they're lowering rates, sometimes they're not taking on more policies in the state. Sometimes they're canceling policies and not renewing them. And so, the benefit of you is that you can shop people to a variety of different coverages and packages and insurance plans that are right for them, not just what one specific carrier has, but what hundreds of carriers have. And I think, again, there are a lot of people out there that don't shop their homeowners insurance. They get it's in their mortgage. They don't think about it. But you know what? Just because it's in your mortgage, you're still paying for it. It's coming out of your mortgage payment. You're having a higher mortgage payment than you might need. Shop that thing around. You can change carrier. You can totally change your insurance company. And a lot of times it can save you money with just as good, if not better, coverage. So a lot of people, again, they just don't shop their rates. They just don't shop their coverage.
I'm always amazed at that. I think people are more likely to shop their auto rates because they do physically get the statement and they have to pay it monthly or their credit card. Whereas their home insurance, because it's included in their mortgage, like you said, they never even look at it. Sometimes I'll ask clients, hey, let me take a look at your policy, let's review it, make sure the coverage is still adequate for you. And they send me over their insurance papers for when they bought the home 5 years ago. They have no idea who their carrier is anymore or how much they're paying. So it's good time always to continue to shop around your rates.
Another one that I've heard is, well, I don't pay it, my mortgage company does. No,
right. No, you still
pay it. It's like taxes, like you're still paying for it. It's just whether or not you realize that you're paying it. The taxes come out of your check. You're paying them. And just like your mortgage payment, the insurance comes out of there. You're paying for it. It's just you're not stroking an actual check for it. It's increasing your mortgage payment or decreasing if you shop around and maybe find a better rate. But again, you have some people that are loyal to that specific carrier. They've been with them a long time. But there are a lot of other great companies, like you said. You can show them A-rated companies that have great claims coverage, that pay claims. that have good reputations for paying claims. They just may not have the advertising and marketing budget that the insurance companies all over TV has, so that, they may not be as well known, but that doesn't mean they're not a great company.
Right.
So it just means they happen to, maybe run their business a different way, but it doesn't mean they're not a good carrier and they can't cover claims, because you've got some great carriers that have great reputations that a lot of customers may not know of, but it'll save them a lot of money on their home and auto to shop that around. So again, a website for Angela, WeInsureTheBay.com. You can also get all of our information on the Duncan Duo on our website and our approved vendors section. We've got a portion where we talk about our relationship with We Insure. And you can go on there, you can get a quote, you can see Angela's 5-star reviews, all the great things we've done for customers. Recently, you've had customers that you've saved more than 50%. You've cut their bills more than 50% on home and auto, which is pretty remarkable.
Yep, it was an agent on the team, on the Duncan Duo team, who gave me the opportunity to review her homeowner's insurance. And she had thought that it was kind of high, but we ended up finding her better coverage at 50% of what she was paying.
That's awesome. So we're going to continue this conversation after the break. We're going to talk more. We're going to give you some home buying tips as well. We're also going to give you some tips if you've considered refinancing. Now may be a good time to think about that. And we'll be back.